music, you're basically having a conversation. There's a question, there's an answer. Ooh, it's a bit of a dodgy question here. I am convinced that I have no idea how to do your movie. It's always a blank piece of paper. I can tell you everything you need to know in one word: story. It's a score anybody could do. Because if you're on story, you can do whatever you want to do.
In many respects, I can talk pictures to hands. You respond to pictures. I wanted that longing in the tune right from the word go, right from the beginning, something unobtainable. And a bit rough, you know, a bit sort of boisterous, and definitely not sort of the girly sentimental thing with a bunch of strings going.
The first thing I need to do is figure out an idea, something I haven't done before, because otherwise I get a bit bored. So there has to be a concept. And I talk to the director about it, and usually what happens is that they like the concept, and then I have to actually go and do it.
And the Oscar goes to
Zimmer for The Lion King.
I'd like to thank the fluffiest actor in show business. No, I'd like to thank my daughter because she now thinks I'm cool because I did The Lion King. I'm incredibly nervous. I tell you what, writing a score is much easier than this. Thank you. Just let me go, okay?
I spend far too much time playing with synthesizers and making sounds for a project. Because at least I know all the way through what this movie is going to sound like and what it's going to be. But yes, if I could just spend my whole life writing one theme, I would probably end up spending my whole life writing one theme. Somebody will come and say, we have an orchestra book, there's no way we're going to get it done unless you actually start.
You know, it makes a big difference if you can fall in love with a project. About a gladiator movie, I just started laughing because I was thinking about men in skirts and sandals. I can't do it, I can't do it. And then suddenly something happens. But suddenly something is there that's appropriate for this film.
Since music is subtext, you know, all you have to do is you have to figure out what the subtext is that interests you. You have to figure out what is it that you can add to what everybody else is already doing. That's great storytelling. So what's left, you know, is that subtext. I suppose movies are dreams, and I think in a dream you can have music. You know, I certainly do. I score all my dreams. Try to set a tone. You try to find colors that complement what you see on the screen. You know, we should have a love theme here. everybody agrees we should have a love theme there. It then depends on, you know, what this love theme is that I write. I just sometimes give them pieces of music without telling them what it's for, and just see what happens. When they put it into the wrong scene, it becomes much more interesting. Budget isn't such a big thing. It's not about the budget. It's about having ideas. You practice to get spontaneous. You practice what the subject is. You really try to work out what you want to write about and how you want to write about it. When we got to Interstellar, we literally sat down and went, okay, let's make a list of everything we have done and see what we're left with. We've done the big brass, we've done the big drums, and Chris said, what about church organ? It was actually appropriate in a funny way, because the church organ was the most complex bit of technology. When you first play somebody a piece of music, you just don't want to look at them, just in case like a slight twitch of disgust crosses their face. You're just so vulnerable. While other kids were playing with Legos, I was torturing the piano. It became an obsessive thing, so I'm basically unemployable. I can't do anything else. I have to stick with this music thing. I have to write from the heart. I don't know where else to write from. In music, I have to be completely honest. I don't know how not to be, and I have to bear it all. So it's a bit complicated, you know, because you have to make up your mind how much do you really want people to see you.